Thank you for joining us for Puddin's training tips, narrated by her mom. In our last video, we talked about managing behaviors in general, and in this video, I want to talk about two specific things that I have dubbed the gasp and the fun trade, and I got these ideas from reading Bones That Rain from the Sky by Suzanne Clothier. I really like the gasp and the fun trade. They are a great alternative to leave it and drop it if your dog has not yet learned those terms. And for me, I found that the gasp and the fun trade are a great way for me to calm myself before I'm about to sound panicked or angry. The gasp sounds something like this. And it's a great way to get your dog's attention if she's into something very undesirable. If it's extremely undesirable, like about to try to head out the door when you don't want her to, I can also add something like, for instance, Puddin, what did you do? And remember, only use the gasp sparingly. Something else that I really like to use is the fun trade. I enjoy it because it's a lot of fun for the dog. And I think a good advantage of the fun trade is that if your dog is picking up something that you don't want her to have, and she knows it's fun to trade with you, then she is more likely to do this in front of you. If she's going to grab something undesirable, you don't want her to expect you to be angry, so she takes the undesirable thing in another room. And Suzanne Clothier gives an example in her book. She said one day her dog came trotting out of the kitchen, pleased as punch, her terms, with a big stick of butter in her mouth. Well, if your dog decides to grab butter, you don't want her going off in a corner where you don't know where she is. You want your dog to not be afraid to show you what she has. So would the fun trade teach her to pick up undesirable things occasionally? Maybe, but it's still safer that she brings them to you. So the fun trade sounds something like this when I'm doing it with Puddin. Like in this example, she might have a pen in her mouth. I might say, Puddin, what you got there? What you got there, Puddin? You got a pen? Can I see it? Can I see it? Would you like to trade, Puddin? Would you like something better? And usually, by the time I've said the first what you got there, Puddin, because she's used to it now, she'll throw the pen down and run over to me and usually follows me to the refrigerator while I pull out something even more fun than the pen, like maybe a moose or a deer antler. So today we looked at the gaps and the fun trade for managing behaviors. They're especially good if your dog has not yet learned to drop it or the leave it command. And they're a good way for the human to try to work on not sounding upset or not sounding angry or not sounding panicked, because those can be very counterproductive. For more training tips, please log on to www.stubbypuddin.com. Thank you.